more important sort of breaks in my writing life was Fred Cogswell had something to do with helping. I have a letter from him at home helping me place a long poem in Fiddlehead, and then Robert Weaver at CBC bought the same poem. So in 1 year I had a 14-page poem in Fiddlehead and on CBC. So, I'm really pleased to meet Fred again here tonight. I'm going to read 3 poems from my book, and a couple of them are about family. Every time I come to New West, I have a haunted kind of feeling, because both my grandparents, my favorite grandparents, their ashes were scattered at the Anglican Church here in New Westminster. And so I sort of go into a different space when I arrive in this town. This poem is called Taking Air. He greeted ghosts in deserted houses, honking the car horn as he passed the collapsed shadows of homesteads along the highway on his way down. The last full day I spent with him, we drove along Kootenay Lake, across the ferry past Pilot Bay, and on to the abandoned Bluebell Mine. Once the richest silver mine in the old empire, mine shafts so deep beneath the lake, they eventually filled with water, congested lung of stone lined with hordes of silver still. Years before, he had worked as the hoistman at the silver-lead galena mines of the northern Yukon, and filled with that dust, bad novels, beer, endless packs of McDonald's Export A, he grew silent and turned in on himself, victim of isolation and addiction. He turns off and drives the old black car up a narrow and steep logging road, through a golden corridor of birch and larch, up until we can go no further, and hear silently father and son take air, overlooking the expanse of Kootenay Lake, and far below them the Bluebell Mine, filled with the ghosts of a century's hard-working men. Down below, where vast blue mist leans to reveal thin green horizon, the heart races, stones tossed from a mountain, world claims to mention, no word is spoken. First, hands in his pockets, he kicks a rock over the edge, down the precipice. We wait, we listen, stone heartbeat thumping, and its final distance, muffled silence. Father and son take turns, kick stones off the edge of the autumn mountain, until he whispers, enough, turning away from the air, a return to the car, descent from the mountain, a vacuum, and then the days of ribcage calendars, pitiful crawling from oxygen tents for one more puff of suffocation, silence, always silence leading to silence. A wooden lawn chair takes advantage of afternoon sun, ochre and gold burnt sienna, umber ribcage, Gordian root. No one returns to the empty chair. The shadow there appears to give speeches.